Well, hello, I'm Nicki Keohoho, CEO and co-founder of the DSWA, and I'm so excited to have you meet a friend, a member, a long-term student who has been part of DSWA and Coach Excellence School, Brigette Iglay. So Brigette, I'd like to just share a little bit about you with the group so they know kind of where you came from and who you are. So, as a top leader with your company, and you're with a leading legacy company, and you've been for a long time, over 35 years, which is exciting. You have been very successful at what you've done, and yet you continue to learn. You continue to say, I want more. There's something else out there. I want to be better. I want to serve people, which is exciting. So before that, you were a teacher and you were teaching German at a high school and love that. That'd been your dream since a child, was to be a teacher. And with that German background, that was a big thing for you. And then when somebody finally found her to join their team in direct selling, she had been with a cake decorating business that she'd started, and somebody found her. And it's interesting how we all have different backgrounds, and somebody sees greatness in you. Somebody sees something that makes you stand out. They didn't just go, oh, well, she's breathing, I'll take her. They saw something in you, and they knew you would do well in the business and have that longevity, which you have done. Again, you're a lifelong learner, and you've taken about every single course that DSWA and Coach Excellence School has offered, and you always have something to contribute, which I love because they're so interactive that you get to interact and always contribute. So you've experienced the Elite Leadership course, the level 1 school in the Coach Excellence School, and the advanced school. So you've got some good background in things. So first of all, I want to welcome you, and I'm so glad that you're here. And I've got some questions for you.
Oh, well, I'm just delighted. I'm just absolutely delighted. Thank you, Nicki.
Well, this is going to be fun. So what were your greatest business challenges before you took that advanced Coach Excellence School?
I think my biggest challenges were feeling that I have to do things perfectly. And also being the answer queen. And I've really struggled with that, I think, my entire career. And then I wanted clarity on how to support people. I raised my kids to be very independent by allowing them choices and to make their own decisions. And I found in our profession, there are two strong schools: those who feel to show them and then let them grow, and others feel as a leader we have to do it all for them. And this has caused me to freeze in my business and to freeze with self-doubt. So through level 1 coaching, I gained clarity, making me want more, which then led me on to take the advanced, because I wanted more. And I realized with coaching, it's a skill. And in order for me to grow and really learn the skill, I needed to practice it. So through the first course, I would hear you say, perfection, we're not looking for perfection, we're looking for improvement. And I thought, what a better place and a safer place than to learn under the guidance of Nicki and Grace and any of the other coaches. Now, in the process of these courses, we also build a bond with our classmates. And because we're in these courses, we get to know each other. And we're all in direct sales. We all represent different countries around the world, which is so interesting. But we all have the same challenges. So I realized also what I learned was that we're all there to serve. So we're all coming from the same thing and again, the same challenges. So when I realized also, I learned counseling is in the past and coaching is for the future. And all that we're really doing with coaching is serving. Well, that just fits our model. We serve. This is another huge nugget. So I felt I wanted more, but I didn't realize when I continued on to the advanced coaching that I would have also been making lifelong friends. And I'm still in touch with my classmates. And anytime you offer something, some of the same people pop on. it's like reunion time. I love it. You did not say that in the registration. You're going to make lifelong friends. And I think that's the bonus.
It has been fun. And I know you all got together in Atlanta and, live, because you'd never met each other live, and enjoyed that time together. I think that's one of the best things when you're a part of a community, and it's a safe community where you're not judged, where you're more than enough. You just feel, I belong here. This is my tribe. And that's one of the things that we've loved about the work that we've done through the last 20, 30 years. So, and you're an example of that. I know a lot of people think they need to know everything. They need to master this coaching thing. And so I've got to take level 1 5 times, and people like it because we let them come back for half price. But I'm just saying, I believe, as what you have said, taking that level 2, you have more opportunity to practice, you do the proficiencies and so on. So what made you decide really to take that level 2 and step up where some other people have fear and hold back?
Well, I really marinated that thought for a long time. I really did, because I still come from that perfection part. And that is something I want to break, because I know it has sabotaged me, because I'm waiting for it to be perfect, and then I don't do anything. So coming with that was one thought. So I go back and forth of whether to practice more, and let's do level 1 one more time, and then let's do it again. And I thought, no, you're not going to do that, because you want to break this habit that you have of it's a limiting belief. And I know that. So I thought, I'm just going to go jump in. And part of the pull was because some of these people that I became friendly with were in the conversation that they're going to go ahead and take it. I didn't want to be left behind. So, to be real honest, so I thought, well, what a safe place. We already know each other, and you and Grace make things so comfortable that, again, being the perfection, oh my gosh, and anything like this is a test, I just freeze up. And it's, no, you can't fail this. You can't fail this. So it's, all right, I'm going in. So I think that's why, in hindsight, I think that's the way to go. And my personal experiences, I really understood level 1 when I took level 2.
And that a lot of people.
I really understood Coach Excellence School 1, level 1, when I took the advanced. I think those two are really partners. And I really think you get so much more out of the DSWA when you have taken both. I highly, highly recommend. I'm so glad I did. I'm so glad I did. I highly recommend that.
I want to throw out another thought, because Brigette, we've been working on this perfectionism for a while. This has been a major coaching opportunity with you, and we've seen how that has shifted throughout the years that we've worked together and the time we've worked together. For a lot of people, perfectionism is a way of living. It's something we started as young children. And I want to throw this out to everybody. You think back, it was usually mom or dad that were perfectionists, and one of them started with you. No, the dishes go in the dishwasher this way. Don't turn that fork that way. It needs to go this way. And sometimes when you've been around a perfectionist, you think you have to be too, or you feel like you're not enough. So it's like a vicious circle when you get stuck in that. So that's why we really invest a lot of time in, are you striving for perfection or progress? They're very different. Celebrate the progress, which is what I've seen with you. I remember, Brigette, you were taking on your office, and you were going to do the whole office and clean that whole thing. And it already was beautiful, but it wasn't perfect. And I remember that time frame and how you broke that down and celebrated the baby steps as you were going through, because you were making progress. So the lessons that we learn in the schools aren't just for your business folks. They're for our lives. And people that really take the time to invest themselves into these schools understand how this fits together in our life, and how I will be a better wife, a better mother,
Yes.
a better friend because I have these skills. So I just wanted to go back to that perfectionism because some of you may be dealing with that and you maybe have dealt with it for most of your life and we want to work through that. So what would you say to people that think they haven't mastered the level one, kind of like, okay, they work together? Anything else beyond that?
No, I really, the strongest point for me is I understood level one when I went through the advanced, because
Mm,
you get to practice, really practice and see it in action, all that terminology that we learned in level one. You really use it in level two, much more than you do in level one. And your understanding is better. Every time we do a coaching, we get better. Every time we sit and listen to a coaching, we learn volumes. And so I
mm,
highly recommend it. I mean, to me, clearly, it made me understand coaching is when I
mm,
took the advanced.
mhm. And what's interesting about that, I guess that is for everybody, that when you have practice sessions and you get feedback, when we do our triads and there's somebody that is listening and, oh, that was not an open-ended question. Oh, I noticed you had that is in there. Or oh, be cautious with your voice. To get feedback from other students is a part of it, but also when we do the proficiencies, to get feedback from the students and the faculty member. And it's not to make you wrong. So it isn't scary. It's all in service of the person. It's compassionate feedback in service of that person. And so sometimes people think, oh, I don't want to take advance because there's proficiencies. It's not a test. Will you just talk about that for a minute, Bridget, how you felt?
Well, I felt I was the one that was petrified.
Mhm,
I was the one that was petrified. I mean, honestly, I'm not doing a test. Even when I was a teacher, I never gave big major tests. I did quizzes because to this day, tests just freak me out. Even though I have all the answers and I know the answers, I'm freaked out. So that was a hard part for me.
mhm,
However, I kept thinking, because you would keep saying, this is compassionate feedback. And I'm sitting here thinking, I'm in this course so I get better.
mhm,
And it was always done with love. And it was just great. It's okay. It's okay. It's truly a safe place. Things that we say, I said the word but a lot.
mhm,
Well, I learned the power of the word but. So now when I catch myself saying it, I'm thinking, yeah, I did mean a but. No, I don't. Okay, so the vocabulary changes. No, the whole process is really very safe. Everybody's in the same boat. The students are feeling the same way everybody else does, and we're there to support one another. And we all start off with all the positive we've heard, and then it's maybe we want to tweak this word or that word. It's
mhm,
wonderful.
mhm. And I'll tell
And
you
that,
something.
by the way, that skill has allowed me to transfer that skill onto my consultants.
Mhm, mhm. How to
So
give
you're
feedback.
absolutely right. What we're learning in this course, this affects our entire life. Everybody we speak with, this comes
Mhm,
into play.
mhm. Oh, thank you. And I want to say that, we're not scary people, and we want to
No.
make this fun. And you're right. It is coming from a place of service and love and caring about you. We want you to be good at what you do and to be comfortable within that. So when we do these proficiencies, we don't say you passed or you failed. If somebody needed to take it over, we can do it with them privately to get them through this because we want you to be successful. We want you to feel, I have this. And I've
Mhm.
watched that. And I know that Bridget, as a lot of other people did, they got an empowerment partner in the class and they practiced. They knew
Mhm.
exactly what the proficiencies were. We had done some practice within the class and they practiced with a partner and came forward and did it. And wow, I would just see such growth in people. That's my favorite thing, is to watch how people continuously grow and improve in this business through their coaching skills. Now, did you ever get to take a live class, Bridget?
No, no,
Uh,
I've only done the virtual because that's when this whole world happened. I've seen you in person, at an event, and this was like decades ago. Okay. But no, the courses have been virtual and I've loved them.
You know, and originally we thought, oh, there's no way we could do this virtually. It really needs to be in person so we can see the people and talk to them. And when COVID happened, we realized, whoa, there's a whole opportunity here because we can break this out in bite-sized pieces so that people have the time to digest and practice and ask questions about it between the classes. And also we do breakout sessions within there. So I believe that there's a really good opportunity to have the content stick even more because it wasn't with a fire hose, it was handled over time. So any other thoughts around that, Bridget?
Yeah, I could rewind you.
Oh,
Yes.
good. Okay.
Well, with the virtual, there's no travel expenses. And
Yeah.
you don't have to get all dutied up or anything. So you come on and you participate as though you are in person, just like we're doing now with the Zoom. And the thing that I love about it for real is that they are then recorded and I can go back. And there are many that I went back to many times that I rewound. And then the other thing that the members may not know is that you have access to this for a year. I mean, the membership's incredible. So for a year, I had the opportunity to go back, listen to whichever sections I wanted to again, before it went away. And then if I want to renew, there's a discount price. I mean, this is a win-win.
Mm-hmm. And actually, that's with Elite. You do have a full year with the coach at
Yes.
school. I think we do 2 months or something like that.
But still, it's 2 months. Yes,
Yes.
it's still, yeah, you're right. It was 2 months.
And you hear it differently when you
Yes.
live. You might be listening to this one thing on that Zoom and you're writing that down or doing your storyboard or figuring things out. When you come back around and you listen to the recording, you hear that next thing that maybe you weren't all there for that. You go, oh, wow, how did I miss that? And you fill that in. So you're right. People listen to those recordings over and over again, which is wonderful. So how did things change after Advance? You know, what was different in your life? What did this class solve for you?
I think my entire listening skill is enhanced. I think that's the biggest thing. My entire listening skill is enhanced. The burden of being the answer queen is totally gone. It's just totally gone, which was a big burden for me because all of us in this profession, it's constantly changing, especially with the way the world is right now. So I felt I always had to know all the answers. Now I do feel as a leader, I need to know what's going on, but I don't need to solve everybody's problem because they have the answers within. So I have found a renewed joy for this business. I am much more confident in how I serve. And we hear the expression a lot, and I finally feel I understand the words, breathe confidence into your consultants. I kept thinking, what do they mean? Yeah, you can do it, you can do it. No, that's not what they mean. So to me, it's giving them hope. It's bringing out the best in them through the skill of asking the right questions and truly listening. And I mean, I'm telling you this, I'm getting goosebumps because it's made such a difference. And my unit is showing it. My unit is showing it. It's very powerful. I'm getting all emotional, but it's very powerful. It's made a huge difference. That wasn't supposed to be.
That's all right, because I've watched that in you, Bridget. I've
Yeah,
watched
I
how
mean,
you've grown as a person,
Yeah.
your confidence, and more than that, to be able to release some of the things that you felt were your responsibilities at the
It was
beginning.
a burden.
Yeah,
It was a
heaviness.
burden. And it takes the joy away. And I think that shows in everything. So I don't think we can put a price tag on that.
I would agree with that. And I want to ask, what challenges are you facing now that you think we might be able to support you with? We're getting ready to build out an on-demand program with a whole learning management system. And we want to bring the things that the field needs. What additional tools, resources, training, or coaching are you looking for that will support you in your business going forward?
Well, I think DSWA can support me with keeping me in the loop, keeping us in the loop of what's going on in our ever-changing world. I really think that you have the real finger on what's going on because you talk to people all over. And how we can tweak our business with today's women in mind. And for example, you have been teaching this to us in these courses. And that was like for team building information. Many of us, we've been around a long time. Like Nicki said, I've been around for 35 years. It was tell, talk, talk. And I know over the years, I've talked people in and out of the business because I talk too much. I gave them too much information. I never really knew to ask them what brought them to the table. Why did they even want to meet with me to learn about the business? So I think that's a huge part. Obviously virtual, how to marry the virtual with the in-person presentation. I think that's here to stay. Really, the how to change our languaging as our world is changing. Even like now, we know a lot of people want an experience. Well, we got to figure out what the heck do they mean by an experience? So those are the kind of things that I just feel that your organization brings that I have not heard of any other coaches ever doing. Telling us what's going on, what we need to tweak. The 100 pages we used to send to a new consultant, she doesn't even open it today.
No.
That's gone. Now we have so much information in our companies online. Now we're doing the opposite. We're telling them the 1 or 2 places to go to because they go on to our websites and they shut down because it's too much.
Information overload. You've heard me say this, Bridget. Information does not create transformation in people. It doesn't. We can give them information to death. So it's not information, it's applied information. It's what you use, what you do in your business. And that is the big thing. That's why in coaching, agreed action and accountability is a skill every great leader has got to have. They've got to know how to get people to agree to the action that they're willing to take and to be accountable, because if there is no action, there is no success. And if there is no success, they walk out of the revolving door. We don't want that. DSWA is here in support of you and of the profession as a whole. One last thing, Bridget, did you have anything else you wanted to share before we wrap it up?
Well, I'm so grateful that I have taken these courses. And, hindsight's 2020. I should have, could have, but I can't change the past. And we're just going to the future. So anybody that's sitting on the fence and you're wondering about your resources, you're wondering about your time, the big obstacles, oh my gosh, that's too expensive. Oh my gosh, I don't have enough time. Well, figure it out. You know how to figure this out because it's so worth it. It has blessed me in so many ways. And the biggest thing is I'm a stronger and better blesser and a leader because of this. And I will be taking courses forever. Yes, I will.
And we will love that, Bridget, because we love having you in there. You always bring fun with you. So everyone that's out there, first of all, we'd love to have you join us for an upcoming course. And if the advanced is where you're headed, we want you to be a part of that and know that you know enough to get there and you will learn more. The second thing I want to say is we really are interested as we build out this learning management system with on-demand training just for you. If there are subjects that you would like to see happen, if you'd like to do half-hour classes, 15-minute classes, just whatever information you want to share with us. So we build this customized specifically for our profession. Please send a note to info@dswa.org, info@dswa.org, and we'll be sure to add that in. And hopefully in the next year, we'll be doing live classes again, or a combination of live with virtual. We just want to be here in support of you. And it's people like Brigette that keep us going and make us keep coming back and wanting to be of service to you. So thanks again. And thank you, Brigette, for your time today.
My pleasure. Thank you. Have a great day.
Take care, everyone.